Alright, welcome to the second part of page 3. We're going to calculate the double integral of the function 1 plus x squared over 1 plus y squared of our region for x 0 to 1 or y 0 to 1. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and say 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 1 plus x squared over 1 plus y squared. Then I'm going to say dx. No, this is not going to matter. Dx, dy. And the reason why that's not going to matter is because hopefully you see, oh, this is, two functions. 1 plus x squared times 1 over 1 plus y squared. So we're going to break the integral up to be 1 plus x squared dx plus the integral from 0 to 1, 1 over 1 plus y squared dy. And then we're going to go ahead and solve. So let's go ahead and integrate the first one. So integrating 1 plus x squared is just going to be x plus 1/3 x cubed 0 to 1 plus, and now let's integrate the second. And hopefully you notice, knowing my identities for integrals for trig functions, 1 over 1 plus y squared is just inverse tangent of y. So inverse tangent, or arctangent of y, from 0 to 1. Why did I say plus? It's not plus, it's multiplication. So forgive me, 2 minutes ago for saying plus. I'm sure that freaked you out. Or I'm like, what's he doing? So let's go ahead and finish this. So we're going to substitute in 1, and I'm only going to do is substitute in 1, because I'm going to get, when I substitute in 0, I'm going to get 0. So 1 plus 1/3 times, and inverse tangent of 1 is going to be pi over 4. And inverse tangent of 0 is going to be 0. And so it looks like I have 4. 4 is ugly. 4/3 times pi over 4. And the 4's are going to cancel each other out. Why did my screen dim on me? And we're left with pi over 3. And there's our solution to the double integral. Alright. Now, let's do the last problem. We want to find the volume of the solid enclosed by the surface. And so we have, a function. We have a surface defined by a function of two variables, x and y. And the planes x goes from plus or minus 1, so from -1 to +1, and y from 0 to pi. Let's go ahead and do this one. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my double integral, because I want to find volume. And so I'm just going to say, let's go ahead and do y first. 0 to pi, and then -1 to 1, and we're going to say 1 plus e to the x sine y dx dy. And the only reason I did this is because I feel like it's going to be easier to do it with, our x's and y's. You look at it and think, oh, it'd be easier to do y's. It's up to you. You can decide how you want to set this up. So I'm going to go ahead and integrate. So I'm going to have from 0 to pi, integrate the inside, x plus e to the x is just e to the x, sine y, from -1 to 1, dy. So let's go ahead and substitute in. And so it looks like we're going to have the integral from 0 to pi, plug in 1, get 1 plus e sine y minus, plug in -1, you get -1 plus, and we get e to the -1 sine y Gotta put a parenthesis there instead of using brackets, dy. So let's just clean that up. So from 0 to pi, we get 1 minus the -1 is going to be plus 1. So 1 plus 1, which is going to be 2. E sine y, so plus e sine y, minus e to the -1 sine y, or 1 over e. dy. Nice, so let's go ahead and integrate. So when I integrate 2, so it's going to be 2y. Integrate e to the sine y is going to be negative e cosine y. When I integrate negative e sine y, it's going to be positive, so plus 1 over e cosine y from 0 to pi. Oh, yippee. I have trig functions, but I have a 0, so that means I've got to do 0, because I'm actually going to get values. So I have 2 pi minus e cosine pi plus 1 over e cosine pi minus, and then plug in 0, 2y, or 2 times 0, which is 0, minus e cosine 0 plus 1 over e cosine 0. And so, not finally, so I'm going to have 2 pi plus, move up because my iPad doesn't work. 2 pi plus e cosine pi. Cosine pi is -1, so plus e. Alright, plus 1 over e cosine pi, so minus 1 over e. Minus 0. Alright, and then I'll go ahead and write it in parentheses. So minus e cosine 0 is just going to be minus e. And then plus 1 over e. So finally, I'm just going to have 2 pi plus e plus e is just 2e. And then -1 over e minus 1 over e is going to be minus 2 over e, or 2e to the -1. And I could pull out a 2 if I want to. But you don't have to. You can leave it here. If you want to pull out a 2, be my guest. Alright? That's it. That's everything. So hopefully y'all have enjoyed it. Again, the lesson's not very difficult. So hopefully you're able to understand.